Digwit. I was trying to go live there, and for some reason it was coming out all blurry and warped. Does anyone know why that is, or why that happens? I can't figure that out. Anyway, for my subscribers, for my members of the membership, this is a reading for you to see your current energies. So see this as a mirror reflection of whatever's going on deep in your subconscious. And if you don't like it, you can always change it, because you are the creator. You are the co-creator, the selector of your reality. So we use the cards as signposts to see what's going on beneath the surface. And then we can tweak, we can navigate, we can turn left, we can turn right. Okay, let's have a look. Flower power. So some of you need to work with flower essences, herbs, herbal remedies. Maybe you need to take a herbal remedy for some ailment you have, or perhaps you are studying aromatherapy, or maybe even on getting reflexology. So somebody here could be studying reflexology, or working with like massage oils where they have beautiful smells and it's quite therapeutic. So spend time with flowers and flower essences to increase your personal healing power. So I really wanted to go live with this, guys, but like I said, I'm having something, it's just not, it's coming out all warped on the phone. I tried it a few times. I just had to delete the uploads because they weren't worth keeping. So I'm also feeling, there's something coming through here for someone about a flower girl. Perhaps you're getting married and you've chosen your daughter or someone close to you, a niece or someone you're very close to in the family or friendship, to be a flower girl. And I'm hearing that this little girl needs some support, or explaining to her about not to be nervous or not to be anxious. And I'm not sure if it's that she's anxious about being the flower girl, walking down the aisle doing her little role, or if she's just worrying about things as kids tend to do. But I feel like she needs a little extra minding at this time, a little extra love and attention and reassurance. That's the word, reassurance. So that's a message for somebody. You know who you are. Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. You finish one part of your life and now a new and even better part is beginning. So this is very concurrent with the astrology, the cosmic energies. We've had a collapsing of an old timeline. We've burnt bridges to the past. We're moving into this very, very, it really feels like April, May was the new year. It felt like the spring really sprung at that time. It was like it came later than we're used to, or than the calendar would say. So your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom, and that's what's happening. Flowers are blooming where I am, and we are moving into the thicket of those summer frequencies. And I feel like June is going to be a time of fruition, of blossoming, of things that we've prepared, that we put hard work into, that we visualized coming together in a very real, tangible way, and in a way that brings a deep, deep, sated feeling in our souls. There's going to be a sense of satisfaction and progress and evolution. We also, it's interesting, we got the spring, we also got the summer. Beautiful. I love these cards. They just tap into my inner child, just loves them, because I love fairies. I love winged beings. Everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. So yeah, like we're literally in that now. Like we're awakening into this blooming summer energy. And I feel like June is a very exciting, very creative and romantic, dare I say, romantic month. I'm feeling those energies building, and I usually get a taste of that just before the collective kind of has a burst of those energies. Now we have get some exercise. As your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. And there's some crystals in the image and a flower there as well. So some of you are also studying crystals or working with crystals, and I feel like it's going to become like a role for you. Perhaps you're going full-time into crystal healing, or you're doing it as a side hustle, but I feel like I'm hearing a source of revenue for you, okay, an income source. Do some research. You need more information about this situation. Look into it before proceeding further, okay? So some of you are also doing a lot of research, a lot of study. There's a lot of book, you might be in libraries or looking up resources online. I'm hearing that some of you are studying and researching a location or a new place. And then some of you are researching and studying about a new way of being. So what does that mean? So it could be that you're going into menopause and you're researching that. It could be you're looking into your cycles. It could be that maybe your partner is pregnant and you're reading books about pregnancy to support her or to learn more about the child and the baby growing, or maybe you're even doing that. But this research it's giving you new life. It's giving you a positive focus, and it's helping you get further and closer to your desire. That's what I'm hearing. Let go. As you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. Now, with all this research, exercise, summer vibes, closing out the old, study, evolution, sometimes we can get lost in the sauce of that, and it can all become a feeling of like being on a treadmill, like it never stops, like you're constantly pushing and pulling and working. And this is where we need to bring the balance in to let go. So it's important that you also give yourself several moments in your day where you just take a breath and you just honor the living of this beautiful life, that you're alive and that you are evolving and that you are getting there. And when you get there anyway, there's going to be somewhere else to get. So you may as well just be here and be here now, because it's all going to lead to the soul saying, okay, we're here. What's next? But when you get there, take a chance to smell the roses. Like, I literally stop and smell roses to remind myself that this is it. This is life. These are the hours, that famous movie, The Hours, with Meryl Streep, and how she talks about, we thought that life was something way out there, but that was it. We were living it. We're living it now. So let's have a look at the tarot and go a little bit deeper. Okay. So there's some goal here that you need to focus on. There's something you need to get done. You need to achieve, or you need to accomplish. And because there's too many options, you're getting distracted here. So distractions usually creep in when we're overwhelmed or we're not fully present in our own energy, in our own bodies, and in the moment. So look at why you're allowing these distractions to steal your consciousness. Because 7 of Pentacles, there is some money to be made, there are some goals to be achieved that you're putting off because you're distracted. Maybe you're on your phone, maybe you're fantasizing about something silly that's just not really worth your energy or time. So be aware of that. Nine of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. Interesting. Eights are here. There's actually, and you've got the Seven of Cups. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely a focus on like achieving goals here. And there's a discernment. You're using your discernment to decide what you need to walk away from, something that hasn't been fulfilling. Perhaps you took on some new role and you realized it's not quite what you thought it was going to be, and you have to do a detour, or you have to tweak it, or you have to speak up and claim that, you know, okay, I know I've taken this on, but this is how it's going to look for me. There's definitely a discernment, a judgment in the positive made that you are no longer going to settle for what doesn't fulfill you and that doesn't bring you joy. You're walking away from things that have caused sadness and grief, but you're also becoming a master craftsman. So maybe you're beginning a career as a shaman or as a tool maker, and you're realizing, I really need to hone this craft. So do give your craft all your energy and attention, because it's like this work or this extra workload that can be tiring at times for you. It's a lot of responsibility, but it's worth it. Like the Ten of Wands is like, yeah, you're tired, but you're literally you're almost at the finish line. This is going to pay off big time. It's going to provide a harvest. This investment is worthy of you, and it's worthy of your time and energy, because it's going to give back to you 100-fold. The Ace of Pentacles, right? The hand of God giving you an opportunity. Pentacles are investments. Time, money, opportunity, resources, contracts. This can be a wonderful new contract. It could be moving to a new job, or moving house. It can be the birth of a child. Ace of Pentacles can actually, because it's an investment, right? When you give birth to a child, you're investing your life to that child. Then we have as the outcome the Emperor. So this is all this hard work and this focus and this discernment and understanding you can't spread your energy and your seed in all different directions and be fruitful. It's going to be too scattered if you do that. But choosing the one thing or the two things that you're like, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm good at, and this is where my heart is, this is where my soul is. Going towards that will lead you to becoming the Emperor. And the Emperor is the ultimate power place, soul role. There's a discipline here. You're sitting on your throne, and you are the sovereignty of your life and your domain. So it's very, very positive. Let's just clarify those. So connecting with you and thinking about where your angels can light up the path for you moving forward. Okay, the Devil, the Hermit, and Strength. Look at all these major arcana. Wow. This is June is going to be very, very important time for you. Although whenever you're watching this reading, my readings are all timeless. So they are synchronized to match your frequency when you need it, and to bring you the messages that are relevant to you at this time. So the Devil is it's not just about addictions, and it can be toxic stuff, but it can also just be getting on with your earthly life and your earthly pursuits. Like it can be, this can come up in a relationship and mean that there's great chemistry, that there's great sexual appetite between the two of you and desire for each other and joy in that. That's what I'm feeling. I don't just go by the generic meaning of the cards. I'm receiving information, and I'm looking at the whole picture here. I mean, the Devil with the Hermit with Strength is saying that you have the strength to pursue your earthly goals, and the hermit is saying to me, you can still stay in your spiritual high frequency about this. You don't have to go into greediness or lower frequency energies to pursue your earthly goals. Like, you are choosing what you invest now, and you are also bringing your spiritual perspective down to earth. That's what this devil is about in this spread right now, in this, where this is. You're bringing your very high consciousness into more embodied, grounded pursuits so that you can give back to your community. Maybe you're changing to a job that you have more of a communal role with helping vulnerable people on the ground, at the grassroots level. Or maybe you're bringing your high career energy into pregnancy and raising a child and creating a home and contributing to your community and society by raising beautiful human beings who have a lot to give. That's the energy I'm getting. That's the message I'm getting from this. And you have the strength to do that in a spiritual but grounded, very practical. This is very earthly stuff here. This is very everyday, how you shift and change your routine to reach these goals, and having the discernment to choose wisely and to release what is not of use, to release what is distracting you and causing you to lose energy, and to hone in on the skills, on the mastery, on the education and discipline you need to become absolutely brilliant at your craft, brilliant at your job, brilliant at your soul role here. So we got in the near future, communicate clearly, success, there's something better, abundance, ask for help from others, the situation will improve, be assertive, improving health, and perfect timing. And I'll pull one more. Tarot, the world. The world is yours. The world is your oyster. But you're going to have to physically walk outside the door, be in the world, take up space, claim it, to actually embody it and ground it into your physical experience. This is not a time to be navel gazing. June is not a time to be, sitting up in your bedroom having beautiful fantasies and dreams. This is about moving. The circle is moving into the next phase, moving forward, and actually like doing the digging, getting out the hammer, washing the dishes, going to that job interview or birthing that baby. This is about the real physical, practical, tangible stuff of Earth. But that by, booking that flight, visiting that place in real life, in real time, making memories, creating bonds, and building bridges to a new world, to a new life. It's going to require you to actually get your hands dirty, in other words. Roll up your sleeves, get stuck in. No more pondering and reflecting. And, we've had a lot of time with the retrogrades to be up in the air about things. And, and I told you, enjoy this peaceful time, because it's not going to last forever. Once this energy gets going, it's going to move. June energy is fast. It's full of blossoming. It's full of lusciousness. It's everything is ripe now. So pluck the fruit and sink your teeth into it. Feel the tangibility of your life. And if you've been on the sidelines with stuff, this is not a time to sit on the fence. This is the time to get stuck in, bake the bread, eat the bread, gather friends around, have the dinner, have the parties, make the memories. The light in me recognizes the light in you. Thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and of course thank you to my members and the membership of this channel.